Hello everyone and welcome today in the Proving Grounds. Today we're gonna criticize shit. Criticize stuff, yeah. So there are multiple things I've been wanting to talk about, and this is just one of several topics that have been bouncing around my head that I've been wanting to make a video of, but I've been just, busy with my life and trying to keep on the weekend streams going while trying to occasionally get some stuff edited on the side. But so today's topic, if it's not easily noticeable by the title, we're going to talk about the Xbox SAD, or the the Xbox S All Digital, whatever the hell it's SAD was supposed to stand for. So at first, I thought it was an interesting idea. It obviously wasn't for me, but the idea of having a digital console for people who just want to buy, to me, buying stuff digitally that isn't DRM-free is just stupid to me. That's just me. I think you should have some form of ownership over the crap you're buying. But that's just me. There are reasons to like digital shit. I know there's a guy I watch on Twitch. We watched him do his his Persona 5 playthrough on Twitch. We waited it several times on Twitch, and his reason was because he doesn't have the space, and that's a legitimate reason. I mean, just one look at my room can show you what can immediately happen when you're way into this hobby. If you're very casual in it, that's one thing, but if you big into it, then yeah, when you're a physical person, you have way too much stuff, and I admit I have way too much stuff, so I honestly understand there are other views on that. But the Xbox SAD, it could have been an interesting idea, and maybe if it ever gets discounted heavily, it could still potentially be good for the consumer, but I don't understand what Microsoft's doing with this thing. So it has less hard drive space than multiple other models, and it obviously does not have a disc tray, thus it doesn't need anything related to the disc, so like lasers and gears and things to suck in disc, all that's out. And to be fair, all that stuff's probably pretty cheap. It's probably not super expensive shit, but in the end, why would you price something that has less as the exact same price? Or in some cases, it's even more. If you were to look on online stores, you will find most Xbox S's generally range anywhere between $200 to the Xbox SAD's price of $249.99. That is the price range you will find regular Xbox S's at. And for the fuck you kind of thing, you can use physical media still, and about 95% of these are bundles that come with anywhere between 1 to 5 games. Now some of them are digital, some of them are physical, and some of them are a digital game and some digital games. I mean, there's a lot of different bundles with varying games, and it's why, if you're gonna buy an Xbox S, what was to entice you to buy the SAD? It's not cheaper. It's the exact same price, if not more, depending on what you're looking for. It comes with nothing, no games at all. You don't get any games with it when the majority of the bundles come with games. And then there's the fact of the disc, if you've looked at a lot of prices of digital and physical stuff, physical stuff, honestly, I've talked about it a few times. It's just kind of shocking how quick physical stuff is losing its prices. Kingdom Hearts lost its price in 2 months. You could buy brand new. I remember seeing Cheap Ass Gamer tweeting it for $45, and we're talking about brand new, not used. And then now, recently, right now, it's going for 37 new, and I mean, that came out what, in January or something. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, stuff even of high caliber stuff is Red Dead Redemption 2 is also lost value. It's in the 40s range now for its physical version. And usually, unless there's a special event sale going on, you don't usually find more newer games getting that big of a discount usually as fast, unless it just happens to be around a certain like holiday kind of sale thing, and the person decide they want to like dip their little toe in a little bit in that. But I just don't get, like, if it was like at least 150, I could see why somebody would consider buying it. If anything, like 100 would be a way better deal to entice people to buy this thing. But I don't get, and I do understand the hundreds very unrealistic probably. But I don't know how. Probably what would be more realistic would probably be 200, but to me that's personally still too much. I'd rather pay extra 50 to have access to physical stuff, because I can save money buying used games if in that, because I buy new and used games, so obviously in the long run I would be able to save money too. So I would definitely dip the $50 for it, even if it was 200. But I just don't get what. This Italian things is a fucking joke. It's like, after people have been spending years calling this thing the X-Bone, now it's like, yeah, that's a good anagram, and then it's like, so that spells sad. It's like totally mockable. I just don't understand, and I still I want Xbox One at this point in time now, if you've been a long time watcher and you've watched me from the beginning of at least this console generation, you know I swore to not buy an Xbox One originally before they flipped, because originally the Xbox One was going to launch with where you had to clock in to the internet every 24 hours, or it basically be like, sorry, we can't prove you are not hacking your console until you connect to the internet. Please connect us to the internet. And then they backtracked on it. Then what I did is I would wait at least 1 year to show that I was obviously not very happy about the launch of that. But after a year, I would buy one if something enticed me. And here we are. Nothing has yet to ever entice me enough to buy Xbox One. I've told viewers that I think the most I would spend on one right now would be 150, and that's the maximum, the most. I wouldn't go over that. I would not go over that. And the cheapest you could really get without maybe getting a deal from some random Joe on the street is pretty much 200. You can go low if you meet an average Joe about, but you take a financial risk, and if they're trying to whip you off with a dead console or something broken or something, so you got issues going that route. I hear some pawn shops have been cheaper though. I've been thinking about checking out, see what the pawn shop prices are these days with Xbox Ones, but yeah, that thing has enticed me, and this of course doesn't help at all in my regards. And most, at least I would consider most of you are like me, that like a lot of the physical stuff. Sorry, I accidentally dropped some though. So I just don't, even if you are a pure digital nut, I don't know why you would walk into the store and buy this over a normal Xbox S. I really don't. Please, if there's something I don't get, feel free to let me know. But I don't understand why you would pay the same amount for something that's giving you less. You should, the logical thing is, you pay less when you're getting less. So I don't understand the marketing strategy here. And I honestly think this thing is going to go like the PSP Go. Now, I don't know how much the PSP Go was brand new compared to a PSP. I never saw one until, I just way after its life. I saw one in a pawn shop once for way too much money. It's like, that thing's dead. It's not even worth anything. You should be selling, like, I think they have for like $90 or something. It's like, that thing's worthless. Like, you have to go your way to even get anything on it. I'm not even sure if you could hack Go's. You probably can, but I don't know. But the PlayStation Go was a pretty big ass failure, and nothing so far that's been pure digital in any kind of console sense has been successful at all so far. The PC market is the only truly 100% digital market that's been successful these days. You know, there's you know what I mean, like a separate box unit thing. They ain't a PC. Nothing that's been pure digital. Now, and of course, you got the Google Stadia announcement thing, and oh boy, I want to make a video on how I think that's going to be a fucking bomb. But that, even PC Master Race people think that thing's a joke, but that ain't a question of just your games being downloaded. That's a whole different issue that any PC person could even tell you why that's being an issue there. But those are my thoughts of the Xbox SAD, how it's probably going to be a failure, and it will probably eventually start hitting clearances sometime. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if by this year's Christmas, Black Friday kind of stuff, that it probably drops some, because honestly, I don't know who the fuck's buying this. There's so many different fucking normal Xbox S's out there that have the disc drive in games with them for the same price or less. So I just don't know who the fuck's buying this, or why anyone would buy this right now. So I guess if you're waiting for a price drop, I'd probably wait until near the end of the year. There might be a good price drop on it if you don't care about the physical media. But besides that, I think it's just a waste of everyone's time and money right now. But then again, I've heard some people say they were interested in the idea of using it for the X-Pass thing, where it's basically you pay a rental fee to basically get access to games. But again, I don't know why you would buy this thing over a normal system with a disc drive when the price is so fucking, like, a normal brand new price is the same. And like I said, there's a lot of other models that have games and shit with the disc drive that are less, so I don't know. I think it's a fucking joke. Haha. But if you know something I don't, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd love to actually understand why anyone would want to buy this right now. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy having my discs, and toodaloos.
どうだった？私の作った朝ごはん。感想だよ。感想。そうか。